Hi guys, how are you? How are you doing? I trust you're all doing great. I trust you're all doing great today. Okay, so we'll be talking about trend lines, right? We'll be talking about trend lines today. I've been having a question, how to draw these trend lines, how to draw trend lines, what do they mean, how to use trend lines, by the way. Okay, so before we talk about trend lines, right, the first thing that you must understand is what it is market structure, right? We must understand how the market moves, right? How the market moves. So we must understand what the market movements, right? For us to understand market structure, we must for us to understand trend lines, we first have to what? We first have to understand market structure, right? How does the market move? How do you see an uptrend? How do you see a downtrend, right? So right, and what an uptrend is just a what? It's just a series of what? Of higher highs and lower highs, right? It's just a series of what? Of higher highs and lower highs. Higher highs, right? Lower highs, higher highs, lower highs, higher highs, lower highs. So these they make up a what? They make up an uptrend, right? Then in a downtrend, so what is the opposite? We've got what? We've got lower highs and what? And lower lows, isn't it? We've got lower highs and lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, right? So this make up a what? It makes up a what? A downtrend, right? It makes up a what? A downtrend. So by understanding this, right? By understanding this, right? Now, why do we use trend lines, right? Why do we use trend lines, right? We want to what? We want to connect what the swing highs and swing lows of the market for them to show us what? To show us what the direction of the market or the trend of the market. So these are the lines that show us what the trend of the market. That's why they call them trend lines. They show you what? They show you the trend of the market. Meaning what? I can draw my trend line here. I connect what? The swing lows or the lower lows. Or the higher lows, isn't it? I connect this what? These swing lows, right? I connect these swing lows, right? And they show me what? They show me the trend or the what? Yes, they show me what? The trend of the market or the direction of the market. So now I know that okay, you can see the market is what? It is trending up, right? Because my what? My trend line is what? My trend line is what? It is trending up or it's moving upwards. So when you see this, you know that okay, now it is showing that this coin is what? This coin is trending what? It's trending up, isn't it? So it will show that my coin is what? My coin is trending up. So you can also draw a what? You can also connect what now? The swing highs, right? Connect what? The swing highs, right? You connect the swing highs. Can be something like this, right? It can be something like this, right? So you connect the swing highs. You can see that okay, by drawing these trend lines, now you can see clearly that the market is what? The market is what? It is trending up, and you are able to see positions whereby you can what? You can take your buy entries. You know that okay, I can buy around this area and I can sell around this area. Now you know that okay, yes, I'm in an uptrend, but I know that I can take buy entries and sell entries in what? In this market or within a what? Within an uptrend, right? Because you know that okay, I extend my what? I extend my support trend line and I extend my what? My resistance trend line, right? So from here, this coin maybe can what? It can shoot up to this area. So then once you see reversal patterns or whatever you see on that time frame that you're using, now you know that okay, I want to take what? I want to take short entries from this area, right? I'm taking what? I'm taking short entries from this area, and I want this coin to what? To continue going up. To continue going down into what? Into this level, right? To this trend line here, right? So that's what you're looking for. You're taking your what? Your short entry in what? In an uptrend, isn't it? So let me just try to adjust this and remove this. Maybe place it here. Right, okay. So it's something like this, right? You want this coin to what? To come back to this area. Then when it comes back to this area and maybe you can see reversal patterns and stuff, then you can also what? You can also take a buy. Because you know that okay, the coin is what? This coin is trending up and I know that it is respecting these areas, right? It is respecting these areas. I'm connecting my what? My swing highs and swing lows, isn't it? Connecting my what? My swing highs and swing lows. So when this coin comes back to what? When this coin comes back to your what? To your support trend line, you do what? And you see some sort of what? Of reversal patterns. It will depend on you on how you take confirmation entries or you just want to take entries without confirming. It depends on your what, on your trading strategy. So as soon as you see that, okay, maybe you can see any reversal pattern or any indicator that you are using to what, to take your entry. So you take your what, you take your entry around this area. Then you know that, okay, I have what, I have this trend line, right? You extend your trend line, and you want this coin to what, or this market to what, to go up to your trend line, and you set this as your what, is your what, is your stop loss, right? So that is how you what, that is how you draw trend lines in an uptrend, and that is how you take entries using trend lines in a what, in an uptrend, right? Okay, because you know, okay, now you're expecting what, you're expecting this coin to what, to continue going up from this area up to your support trend line. Okay, same thing applies here, right? Same thing applies here. Let me try to adjust it, right? Same thing applies here. What do we see here, right? What do we see here? You can see that the market is what, the market is what, it is trending down. So now you can connect what, you can connect what, these are swing lows, right? These swing lows and swing highs, or the lower lows and the what, and the lower highs, right? You can connect this, right? And you can see just by connecting this, you can see that, okay, now this coin is what, this coin is trending down, right? You can see your what, your trend line is what, it is trending down. So they show us what, they show us the trend of the market, right? They show us what, they show us the trend of the market. So now you can see that, okay, by drawing this trend line, now I know that, okay, this coin is what, this coin is trending down, right? So you can take your what, you can take your what, your short entries here, and your buy entries where, in your what, in your support trend line, right? That's what you can what, you can start what, you can start looking for, or you can look for in what, in that market, right? Okay, so this is how you trade what, this is how you trade within trend lines, right? Now you are what, you are trading within trend lines. You take your buy entry here, you take your short entry here, and you know that, okay, the market is what, the market is trending down long term, right? The market is trending down long term. So you know that, okay, when I take a short entry, I know that, okay, now I'm going what, I'm going with the trend. But when I take a buy, I just want to exit early, because I know that, okay, I'm what, I'm trading against the market, or I'm trading against the direction of the market, right? And there's another way of trading what, of trading trend lines, right? There's another way of trading trend lines, right? Let's say maybe this coin is what, is trending up, it is on what, it is an uptrend, right? It's creating this series of what, of higher highs, right? Let me try to make it something realistic, right? It creates something like this, right? So okay, let me make it like this, right? Okay, so then you draw your what, you draw your trend line, right? You can see that, okay guys, my what, my coin is what, my coin is trending up, isn't it? My coin is what, it is trending up, guys. We are what, we are in an uptrend, right? And you have what, you also have what, you also, okay, you extend your what, extend this trend line, and maybe you want to draw a what, to make it a channel, right? You want to make it a channel, right? Then you draw a what, a support trend line, right? You draw a support trend line. So in this case, it will be something like what, okay, let me break this down so that it can be something like this, right? So it's something like this, right? Something like this. So now let's say you see this double what, this double top, this double top, maybe someone can take a buy here, or there's another way of what, of trading this what, these trend lines, right? You want this coin to what, to break your trend line and retest back to your trend line. Then you take a short entry. Then you know that, okay, once I take a short entry here, I know that this is the what, this is the change of character in the market. The market is now what, it is changing from what, from being in an uptrend to what, to the beginning of what, of a downtrend. So as soon as you see that, you take your what, you take your short entries, right? You know, okay, I'll hold my coin, right? I'll hold this what, this short entry until maybe I see reversal patterns and stuff, right? So you want to hold what, you want to hold your trade, okay? So that's how you take your entries, or you take what, you take the what, those high risk entries with what, with high rewards. You can see this double what, this double this double what, this double top formation. So you take your what, you take your short entry, you hold your coin. If you see a breakout and retest, you can hold, or you can take profit and take a re-entry again. So that will depend on your, cause in trading, emotions, they get involved, and you end up what, you end up taking you end up taking profit. But even if you take profit, okay, I can see those pullbacks, then I take what, I take my entry again, right? So this another way of what, of trading these patterns, right? Of taking these patterns. So this is the what, this is the what, a trend line in a what, in an uptrend, right? Then another thing, what about trend lines in a downtrend? Let us check. Can we draw trend lines in a downtrend? Right, okay. So let me try to make it like this. So the market is what? The market is trending down, right? Creating what? This series of what? Of lower lows, right? Trying to make it something realistic, right? Okay. Yes, something like this. Perfect. Okay. So now you can draw your what? You can draw your trend line, right? You can draw your trend line. Remember, a trend line is a what? It is a what? A straight diagonal line, right? It is a straight diagonal line, right? Or you can just say it is a what? It's a diagonal line that touch what? The swing highs and the swing lows, right? It must touch the swing highs and the swing lows, at least two swing highs or swing lows. Then it becomes a what? It becomes a what? A trend line. Then for it to be valid, it must what? It must touch uh, three or more trend lines. Then it becomes a what? It becomes a what? A valid trend line. Okay. So this is what happened here. This is what happened here. This cone was what? It was what? It was a downtrend, right? This cone was trending down. Our trend lines were showing us a what? A downtrend. Then we have a what? A breakout, breaking our trend line. So what we want to see is what? We want to see a retest, right? It cannot come back to our trend line exactly. But know that okay, we have what? We have these previous swings, right? I remember we talked about market structure yesterday. So we have what? We have these previous swings, right? We have these previous swings, and you can see that okay, this coin is what? It is respecting what? These previous swings. So we take our what? We take our what? Our buy entries, because now we know that okay, this coin is now, this is what, now a what? This is now a what? The shift in direction, or the trend reversal, right? This is now a what? The trend reversal. So we take our what? We take our buy entries. Take our buy entries. Then our target is what? It is the previous swing high, right? That is our target. The what? The previous swing high is our what? It is our target. Okay. So that is how we take our entries. That is how we take our entries. Okay. Using what? Using the breakout and the test strategy. Right. So now let me go into a live chat and see if we can find these patterns. If there is a way of what? Of finding these patterns, and we go through them together as a team. Okay. So let me try to just pick any coin and we draw what? We draw these trend lines, right? Right. I just want to pick any coin. Right. Okay. So this is our coin, right? This is our coin, right? So I want to see if we have something like a good trend line here that we can use to trade, right? Okay. I can see it here, right? I can see it here. You can see it is a what? It is a good trend line, isn't it? It is a good trend line. You can even draw it as a channel, right? To be something like this, right? So this, it makes up our what? It makes up our trend line, isn't it? Right. So you can see how this coin is what was respecting these areas. You can see how this coin was respecting these areas. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Sorry about the background. Guys. But let us continue. Let us continue. So you can see what happened here, right? You can see what happened. The market was respecting these structures, right? Going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, right? So that means that we could have what? We could have just taken our what? Our buy entries. As soon as you see that these coins are touching your what? Touching your trend line, you can take your what? Your buy, right? And your target is what? It can be the previous swings or the trend line, but you can see it was willing to what? To come back to our trend line. So we just set our what? Our target as the previous swing highs. Then our stop loss that will depend on us, right? Stop loss. So this is your what? This is your what? This is your entry. Again here, when you see it respecting your what? Your previous swing high, you can take your what? You can take your what? Your entry, right? Or you can just come back to say, okay, I want to take what? I want to take a buy entry again here. You can see it is respecting my trend line. It's creating this bullish pattern, right? I take your what? You take your buy. In this case, your what? Your trend line, it passed, right? It passed. You can see that okay, it touched my trend line. Then you are good to go. You take profit, right? Then here's another thing. What happened here, right? You could have taken your what? You could have taken your short entry. Let me cancel this. And you could have taken a short entry around this area again, and target what? And target the support trend line as your what? As your take profit, right? I take my what? I take my short entry here, and I target my what? My support trend line, right? I target my support trend line as my what? As my take profit, isn't it? I target my what? My support trend line as my take profit. So you can see it what it played out. It played out. Then there's another one that we said we want to see what? Want to see what? A break and retest, isn't it? So you can see how it broke your trend line and it retested back to your trend line. So as soon as you see that, you just take a what? You just take a short entry, right? You have your own confirmation tools that you use to confirm, right? Then you take your what? You take your short entry. As soon as you see that, then you can see how it what? How it played out, right? How it played out. So this is a good short entry. We target this previous swing low as our what? Is our target profit. So we take the previous swing low as our what? Is our target profit. Then boom, it played out. We won this trade. Okay. So that is how you can trade trend lines, right? I can share as many examples as possible, but we are running out of time, guys. So I'll just close our Zoom, our meeting for today. Then I'll see you on the other side, right? Even here, you can see that you could have what? You could have drawn your trend line around this area, right? It is a what? It's a good and a good trend line indicating a what? A nice uptrend, right? It's a good trend line indicating a nice uptrend. You could have drawn it here, right? So this is a good trend line, isn't it? Right? You could have drawn your nice trend line here, your nice trend line here. So you know that okay, I'm taking my buy entries on my support trend line. I sell at resistance trend line. I buy support trend line. I sell and this it failed to touch our trend line here, but you can sell, right? You can sell profit, guys. Don't allow the market to take profit back. If you made profit, guys, just look at profit. Don't allow the market to what? To take it back again, right? So you can see it came back to our support and then take our buy. We take our short entry here. You can see it say what? Now we have what? We have a new trend, right? Then this is how it goes. You see it respect to what? Your channel and stuff. So guys, this is how we take our entries using this what? Using this trend lines. Again, I'll just keep on posting videos on trend lines. So thanks so much, guys. Have a great day. Thank you.